That's right. Eagles wear boxer. Y'all know what's coming up, man. Stay tuned. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. That's right. Eagles on time more or less today. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah. My brother Derek, my little cousin out there. My brother and my little cousin. Yeah. Listen to my cousin. Cause you don't want to see me. It's not gonna be nice. That's right. Yeah, listen to my cousin. You don't want to see me, cause it ain't gonna be nice. It's not that sugar. It's not that spice. When you roll up on the eagle with the talons out, take you off the cliff. That's right. Drop you on them jagged rocks. Right. You know it's gonna tear off your shoes and your socks. You're hanging for your life, begging with that fright. Nobody gonna see you because you're out of sight. That's right. Ain't nobody gonna see you, baby. Help, 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 help. All right, maybe I see my brother's there. Like I said, Derek Bay, he said salute to at Eagles Wear Boxing. He said my family been sweating my Eagle bees. I told them that they don't have the connect that I have. That right, they don't have the connection, man. And I told you that when I told you they gonna be asking, man, everybody around here. I got some stuff back here. I just working on one of the brothers. It's one of my he's probably one of my best friends actually, because I don't really hang with people like that. But the brother, now he bought so many things for me. I can't even count how much stuff he bought for me. Like a lot. He just, he don't want nobody else to have it. He just like, I want this, I want that, I want that. And that's how he grabbed. That's how he rolled. But he had a couple of things I had to make it like I did you guys is where you just throw it on like a belt. You just throw it over your head like that, right? And people never seen. I mean, that's old school. That's like back in the day. That's how we used to do stuff tied with the, the twigs, the straw, and all that type of stuff. But people trip. And I tell people, I said, when you get a piece, I said, they're all different. I said, so people are going to trip because they never seen it. And then they're going to think that, hey, I can get one like, no, you can't get one like this. Sorry. You can get something. You can get something. I think I'm going to do an Instagram like over the weekend. So y'all look at this. Look me up. You guys know my name. You guys know my last name is Eagle Webb, right? I mean, God, EF. And y'all know my first name. I just don't want to put it out there right now because you get these idiots to come in and they act like they know me because they know my name. You guys know how to spell my first name. All you gotta do, and you'll find me on IG. Y'all can follow me. I had it was real private. I didn't really start opening it up, but then these girls I keep having these girls keep wanting to follow me or what else. Okay, because I don't do much on there. I wanted to keep it. I wanted to even do that and keep that boxing, but it's kind of hard. And then when girls start sweating you, then what you gonna do? You know how girls get, especially young girls keep bothering Eagle. Eagle. They break Eagle down like they done broke Eagle down like, okay, y'all come on through. Y'all come out and see the Eagle. Yep. But up there, yep. Yeah, but where you at now, man? I mean, yeah, I had my people. That's probably why we connect though, cause my people. That's where my bloodline starts too, Derek Bailey. You know what I mean? Not even a generation, that's why I can relate to, that's why I relate to, most of the coast like that and most of the area. That's why I relate and people don't understand that. Well, he talked like he from here, he talked like this and what, it don't matter. But when I talk to my native people, I talk a different way. I talk a little bit slower because they won't get it. They don't get, They say, wow, you this rapid tongue no matter what language you speak. I don't know how people can keep up. You see, I speed up your listening. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, but that's, no. Yeah. But Newark, yeah, Newark. Yep. That's where my patriarch is from. Yep. My patriarchs are from Newark. And that up in there, New York and Jersey and all that up in there, see. And my matriarch side, they all Midwest, you know. When East meets Midwest, it can't be nothing but the best, right? That's it. That just shows that you can, that people can get around and get along from, no matter where you're from. You can, you still get, you get along. No matter, it don't matter, man. A lot of people make stuff so complicated, man. We changed our whole. I don't even want to get into it because then I become Earl. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna start doing it anyway because I'm me. But it's men and women are just completely different. And when you try to, the reason we have tension is because we try to make each other equal, and we're not. Just never could. We're not equal, just like any of the other mammals in the animal kingdom and stuff like that. We're closer to mammals than anything because we got that heart that beats. We got that one heart. We don't have like 3 hearts. And some animals, people don't even know. Some animals, what is octopus got 3 hearts? But anyway, they got different hearts, different systems. Some of them don't even have a brain; they just have a nervous system. So it's just, for us, man is for protection. I mean, can you imagine? So we equal. Going to somebody wants to fight, and you send your girl out there because she want to be so equal. See, it's only equal, but you got to look at it. It's just fair for them. Everything seems like it's just fair for them. Or where they want to fight out there, you got to go take care of that. No, we equal. Take going out there. Not going out. Yeah, it's your turn. Your turn. And then see now they feminine side, on the feminine side. But you got to realize, hey, we've been different. We're built different. We're different. We got different drives for everything. No matter what, you're not gonna have the same drive as your woman. It don't care if you dress the same. You can put on the same outfits, all that. You're not gonna be hurt. It don't matter if you both get clean. Oh, let's get these. We're gonna get these suits made and stuff like that. We're gonna be. Now you might look cute as a couple. You might look good, but you're not. You're still not. You're not the same. People just don't understand. Oh, we're equal. No, you can't ever be equal. But that's what they put on us. They put on that whole equal thing. And so the reason I'm bringing that up, and that does relate to the topic, it relates to the boxing topic that I have now. Did you read what I said? And I don't know if I want to separate this. Is it a league? But it's just that you're going to hear my frustration. I'm just going to let you know what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let you know what it is. You're going to be like, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what Eagle talking about. See, some people got to get it. And some people just take, you know what I mean? Some people can't ever get anything. It's like, oh, my goodness. And that's why I get frustrated with some of the brothers and stuff. They want to argue with me. But in an argument, it's not argument when you're just discussing. It's called a debate. It's that's all it is. We're just debating, brother. What you getting mad about? And then if you don't have a valid point, you just got questions, or you just come up with like a little sly remark and say something smart where you think you won. You ain't win nothing. Because you didn't put nothing on the table. You didn't present your evidence. You got to present evidence of something. Not just in your life. If you're younger, it can't be in your life. Not going up against a wise man. Because then again, you don't know where the wise man got all his information until you find out where his sources was from. Because he's been around a little bit longer. So wait a minute, Grandpa, I don't know about that. You be sitting there arguing with your grandparents, arguing with your parents, and then later on when you get older, you find out they was telling the truth. But then again, see, that means you lost the debate that you thought you won. Now, how stupid you feel. Because it's 10, 15 years later, you find out that they was right. Now you really feel stupid. Oh, and I told them off, I did this and that. Then you just don't never come back and apologize and stuff like that. And they don't expect your apology because the thing is, their wisdom already let them know that you were going to find out later on in life. And that's what they call the hard lessons, hard knock. That's right. That's the hard lesson. That's the hard lesson of it. The hard lesson is when you learn later in life. The reality and easy lesson is when you learn like right away. That's when you got big ass ears like me. Even though I got these little ears, I call them big because it's like, I'm like, huh? What was that? Bet. You feel me? That's how you have to be. You have to be like, you have to like absorb stuff. Even if you take it with yourself, okay, well, let's leave it there. It's better to leave certain subjects like right there so you can digest it than rather than trying to cover everything. You know what I mean? That's the best thing to do. And so that's why, I try to put out a little bit at a time. I tell people, you get overwhelmed. If you start listening to me, you're going to get too much. I even tell it to my friends, I said, you're going to get too much. I said, and I fault myself sometimes because sometimes I share way too much because people ain't even at that level. They're not ready for that information. They just not ready for it. Y'all. You ain't ready. Like when they see the people that say he wasn't ready, that's bullshit, and they don't know. That's on such a generic level. That's not the same kind of level I'm talking about when I say you're not ready. Are you sure? It's almost like Pandora's box or something. You know what I mean? You sure you want to go there? You want to open up? You want to open it up? All right, let's open it up. And when some things you open up, you cannot close them. It's just like when you become when you get a certain a level of wisdom, you're not going to be able to close it back now. Because that's where you're at right now. It's like, oh yeah, I got this wisdom. That's it. That's where I'm at. Can you forget stuff like that? You can't drink your problems away. You can't drink your wisdom away. Once you learn something and you learn the BS about it. Okay, so this is what I'm doing, Derek Bailey. So I'm taking the energy from, okay, so I used to be like all gun-ho, right? So now I'm taking the energy from my younger soldiers and stuff like that, and airmen and Marines and seamen like that. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking their energy from them on a lot of things that happen. Like when it comes to the RORA, like a lot of them, I've been watching videos of them. They like, people are asking them, they said, this is what they say. They said, did you take the shot? Did you get that RORA? And they like, hell no. And if they protested and saying hell no, when we was doing it, it wasn't no hell no. It was line your ass up and get these shots. But if they saying no, they know something, because that's supposed to be, if you look at it, that's supposed to be the protection for the U.S. So that's the way I look at it. So if they saying no, there must be a problem. If I'm talking to cops and cops is saying hell no, there's something wrong, brother. Huh? The ones that's supposed to protect you are saying no, but you should just go ahead and get it done. I'm like, nah. I'm sticking with all the people that's still in the military, because I'm out. I hang out with them every once in a while, They want to know about me when I go in, because they see me sometimes, because I don't dress. I used to, when I first got out, actually for a long time when I got, I used to go on, I see out there Surf Flame, salute to Surf Flame. I used to go out there and, I still have like my uniform on, no name tags and nothing like that, but I still have my uniforms on, I wear my, wear my combat gear and stuff like that. Some of it, like sometimes I wear shirts, sometimes I wear the pants, and I just go in there. But now a lot of times I just wear native stuff up in there, But all much respect though when I go in there. Still much respect to the people that do it, regardless of what their reason is. They go out there and they keep us safe. You probably seen all this on too, Derek, when you made that response. You probably seen all this. I might, if anything, I'll get rid of this one. But the rest of this other one, like the Warrior Bees, no, never. This one, because it got the eagle on it. The eagle's big on that one. So I'm like, see? And so I'm like, nah. Because that one stands out. I'm like, nah. But I got so much, brother. It's just like the people, I got to get to you on something else, though. But I send you little stuff at a time. That little stuff I be sending you, it's just, and that last thing I sent you, that was just to show that this does not end. Like I said, this is the wrong form. I might have to start a whole new, I might have to just start a life channel. I might just have to start a life channel and just call it How You Living. Something like that. Somebody tried to steal the name. He'll start a channel, How You Living. But you don't know how I'm going to write it. And plus you don't know what else it's going to say. You don't know what it's going to stand for. So you might start your own channel, but your channel ain't going to be like mine, because you're not going to be. Because the thing about it, if we're just going to go, if I do it, we're just all thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go from life experiences from all over, and we'll do like a call up, where people just call in and give us their take on, what's going on right now. Because, what I'm saying? Because this is what's happening. And see, because we're all spread out, and some people has never been traveled, and so they don't get it. They're in smaller towns, they just don't get it. But there's only a few people who don't get it, though. The other people know it and just don't want to accept it. That's the difference. That's the difference. Because people say, "Oh, they still learning." No, I don't want to hear that too. It doesn't take thousands of years, hundreds of years for you to learn. You're gonna get it. But we're gonna get into these UK fighters, man. And all you people that keep popping in and out, just hit me a thumbs up anyway. Just hit me a thumbs up just for the hell of it, just for you coming in. Just for you coming in. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we got to have like a late show at night where we just come in and we just discuss, man, because all of us living this life and and some of us get confused, man. And a lot of times I'll tell you what happens is the family makes you confused, the wives and girlfriends and all that. They get you confused about a lot of stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Look at Gil. Salute to Gil Cole. Gil Cole come here and start this shit already. Look at. You see him? Come here and start this shit right away. That's what you do. That's my little brother. He gonna come in. He gonna start the shit that he start. Yeah. He need a tutor sometimes, but I respect that. I bother him about that. Can't nobody else say that. Don't nobody else say that about him. Just me. Don't y'all say no shit about Gil, because you will get clapped. I'm the only one can clap and mess with Gil. Y'all can mess with him on a certain level, but somebody on the outside, y'all can't F with him. And that's why he know he got protection in here. So, yeah, y'all can't F with him if you coming from somewhere else. You know what I mean? If you wanted the mods or something, yeah, y'all can mess with him a little bit. But if you ain't a mod, don't play yourself, because you're going to come in here and play yourself. Yeah, but y'all get my likes up in there. Y'all make Gil give me a like. Gil hate to give the like now. He don't come in and give the like. Oh, that might be his like. He might have came in. I don't know. I don't think he did, but maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Yeah, maybe he didn't. Yeah. But we'll do it, man. I'll figure it all out and stuff because I got a great system. But I'll get something else. But I got as far as like a computer system, I got a great one. I can use my own a gaming system that we put together. That, don't ask me what kind of computer. It's a PC, but it's a tower that we put together, and it's like monsters. No, we're not even talking about slavery, man. Gil, I'm not even going way down there. No, I'm not even talking about slavery. See, brother, you're not getting it, man. Anybody that I talk to personally, they get it. Some people I talk to on the line, they understand what I'm saying. Let me ask you a simple question. I put up a 1 before I go on, and I'm not going to try to make that the discussion, but put up a 1 if you heard of Rodney King. If you heard of Rodney King, just put up a 1. That's all I want to know. If you've heard of Rodney King, I don't care if you know. You probably know. If you've heard of Rodney King, you probably know. Just put up a 1. Because if I don't see any 1s, there's no need of going on, because it's gonna be worthless. But anyway, let me read and see what y'all got, because I know if I start talking, we're gonna just fall like way behind. And I came on time today, made sure, because I didn't want to. Because what happened is I wanted to be able to. I got to get out of here, and I never do get out of here. But let's see if I get those up the first. But let me see what y'all got. But anyway, Derek Bailey with the Salute to Eagles Way of Boxing. Back to my brother. He said my family's been sweating me. Okay, I got that one. Okay, Derek Bailey said put the hell no up there. Yo, no. Yeah. Sir Flame said salute to Eagles Web. He said salute to the chat, and as always, he said jab that like button on your neck. He said don't get neck in Eagles Web Boxing. Y'all know what it is. He got the glove up good, got those things. Did I chop you down up good? 100 with the fire. That's it. Gil Cole's Derek Bailey has got a salute out from Sir Flame, and then Sir Flame has got a salute out from Derek Bailey, and then Derek Bailey said that'll work. Yep. And then Sir Flame said sound good. He said I'm down for that. That's right, brother. Yeah, we'll talk about it. That way we don't have to use this forum for that, because I want to make it to where you guys can call in or whatever like that, and we can just group discuss like that, maybe Discord or something like that. But we get on and we can just discuss like that. You know what I mean? And that way maybe we can, if you can build on the forum like that, then people come in and they'll start understanding other things, in life and shit like that, man. And matter of fact, we just what I was saying earlier, Derek, about how we build like that, man. Like going to get the whips and stuff like that. Man, come on, ain't nobody talking like that. Everybody's worried about their self, man. Because a man is gonna take care of himself, but why not have some kind of benefits from from just knowing people? It don't make no sense not to. And it can work for any other stuff too, rather than cars or whatever. Say, yo, bro, I got this deal on this here. Y'all, how many people want to go in and get it? Okay, y'all send me the cash app. Bam, boom, got it. Then the person, whoever get the product, hey, they responsible for sending it out. Man, okay, you send it to me. As soon as you get it, brother, send that off. Hey, that's your responsibility. I give you, I give you some on that shipping and handling. Bam, it's all like that. But anyway, let's go. Sounds good. I'm down. I got 1 pound of crow gizzards and French fried platter for all. That's right. We'll take it. Now we volunteered to take that, and that's what the discussion is today anyway too. Surf Flame crying, yeah, salute at Gil Coles, and that's coming out there from Surf Flame. He said, so Eagles Web, you saying that you don't understand how descendants of slaves lost their identity? No, you can't lose identity. How could you be the only creature? See, I'll kill your argument without even trying. Man is the smartest creature on this planet, supposedly, which you want to call it a planet or whatever else. So I'm not even going to bring in the planet and all that and spinning and all that shit. Okay, because the Earth is spinning 1,000 miles an hour, blah blah blah, whatever. Okay, so I'm not going to go into anything scientific. 1,000 miles an hour, right? It takes you in order to orbit the Earth, you have to be going at least 8,000 meters per second. To maintain an orbit, because you're going to drop down like 1 meter every 8,000 seconds, and that's what happens. That's supposed to be like that's what orbit is. Just in case you didn't know scientifically. And if you want to find out, just check out the math. See if Eagle don't know. Eagle know more, a little bit more, but even I don't know shit. That's right. Okay, I just want to see if so everybody heard of the Rodney King, so everybody knows. So I'll bring this up. As I'm still talking about the greatest creature here, or so-called greatest creature, with the best mind, the mind that goes out. Beavers make certain dams and stuff, but we make even bigger and better dams. But the thing about the beaver is, when the beaver makes the dam, he's doing something for the ecology. When we do a dam, we're doing something for a destruction. We're actually destroying in order to make our life better. Okay, so smart as man is. And the reason you'll see why I bring up the Rodney King. So you guys know about Rodney King, right? Now, we have a lot of animals and stuff that have become extinct. And some that are close to extinct. What they call that? Endangered. They call them endangered. But what is their behavior like? Even though they know we destroy them. Do they still do the same things that their grandparents done or whatever? The animals before them, do they still do the same thing? Do they still forage and everything else? Do they still forage? Do they still do everything that their ancestors did? Right? Now, for the native people, what they did is they didn't allow us to speak our language. That's how we lost it. Not because we know we had a language though, right? But we're not going to lose. We didn't lose everything, right? It's the same amount of time. Think about it. It's even longer that they done stuff to us. Think about it. 529 years that they have done stuff to us, and we still have a language. Think about it. So if you want to bring in, you keep wanting to bring in slavery. Slavery was not as long as our slavery. If you want to bring that in to play, our plight was longer. Our plight is still going on because we are on reserves. It's still going on. I brought up that statistic, and I don't have the information no more, but Derek Bailey remembered it, that there's an indigenous language disappearing like every 26 minutes. Every 26 minutes, there goes another indigenous language. Think about it. Even your language and everything else could not have disappeared. You still here. Somebody had to practice it. You mean out of all the people, nobody remembered anything? But you guys remember Rodney King, right? Can somebody beat that out of your memory so you don't remember Rodney King anymore? Can somebody beat that out of your memory? The one thing about a memory is if something traumatic happens, it stays in that mind. It's not going to go away. That's done by nature. That's done by design. When you're a young child, your parents will tell you something, but you won't listen. Stop doing that. That fire's hot. It's going to burn you. That fire's hot. It's going to burn you. And you're a little kid. It ain't going to burn me. And then you get burnt. Do you forget that and get burnt again? If you've ever suffered a severe second or third degree burn on something, doing something, will you do it again? I don't know if any bike riders in here. If you had a motorcycle, once you burn yourself on that tailpipe, do you burn yourself a second time? That's for somebody who's in a biker. Do you burn yourself a second time? And that was just something. How fast was that? How long did it take for you to get burnt? Instantaneously, right? Your mind doesn't work that way. Your grandparents and great-grandparents' minds didn't work that way. You understand? It don't work that way. I see you, y'all, sir. Salute to Eagle. It just does not work that way, brother. You don't lose all the information. You don't. We're losing languages and stuff, but we're not losing our whole culture. You see what I mean? You can't. How do you lose a language, a culture, and how do you lose everything? How do you lose everything? I'm just asking everything, brother. Name another creature on this earth that has lost everything. Right? When you're remembering stuff. I'm not talking about which one's worse. I read what you wrote right now. I'm not saying that one is worse. I said it was longer. Do you not understand? Listen to what I'm saying. Longer. So if it's longer and we didn't lose everything, how could you lose everything, brother? Do you understand what I'm saying? That you can't lose everything is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to make this a long debate because we want to talk about this UK. And that's what, and everybody can jump on y'all sir today. You make sure y'all jump on y'all sir today because y'all sir lives over in the UK. And once we start roasting everybody, I want everybody to jump on. I want everybody to jump on y'all sir. Today is a Eagle. Today is a y'all sir jump. If you from the UK, we're gonna jump your ass. So come on in and enjoy this smoke. We got to jump on y'all's ass today. And I'm not saying now. This is just like this is a conversation. That's all it is. This is just a grown folks conversation. And y'all get my likes up, y'all sir. You and Gil not throwing my likes up, and y'all something's wrong. I should be up to about like 6, 7, 8 on my likes, especially all the people that keep coming in and out. So stop it. Y'all stop playing. Y'all stop playing to get my likes up. The point is, Gil, is that I'm saying that you don't lose everything. It's not a comparison of what, it's not a comparison, but what it is, you got to understand, brother, do some more research on the whole indentured servant and do the research on slavery. You got to do the real research. Don't go to your regular history books. Is anybody aware that they even have books that are 6 feet tall? Anybody aware of that? That they got some big ass books with some real information. Did anybody ever even? You probably never even seen a book that big. I mean, old book, old. They used to write a lot bigger than they do now. That should tell you something, right? Because now writing is what? Writing is digital now, right? It's you can just type in the keyboard and that's writing. And you like, it's writing, I can see it, but it doesn't really exist, does it? It only exists so you can see what you're doing. But they don't even need to put it there. But you write it up, you send it off, and you get back some information. Think about it. So we start off, and a lot of times we have these different books. Now you might have a book that's this big, right? They call them, when they first came out, you had what they called hard-covered books. And then you had the paperback, right? Paperback was a lot smaller, more compact. You put it in your pocket, stuff like that. Now they got computers. I mean, and they had what, the Kindle, they got the iPad. Now they got phones, and now they got the watch. Smaller and smaller and smaller. So you got to think about it. So if everything's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, where did it start? They talking about tablets and stones, right? So where'd they go from there? Because before man wrote, and this is heavy, you're not going to understand it. This is what you're not going to understand. Is the first person that actually had the right was the first ignorant person on this earth. The first dummy had the right. Because man had his information just like everybody else. All the other creatures on this earth had their information. Somehow man stumbled and lost his damn information. He lost his ability to learn. And to store it in his brain. He lost his ability. Right? And I talk to people about this all the time. I said, we're getting dumber. Because we don't even remember numbers no more. And a lot of the plight that happened. Now, you could lose a lot of things. And the reason you lose them because you don't get to practice them. That's the whole thing. It can't be beat out of you, Gil. That's what I'm saying. Because you don't practice them. So you're saying out of everybody who was in that whole plight of slavery, not one person remembered anything. That's that. You know what you sound like. For people who believe that, you sound insane. For you not to just remember, well, I don't remember nothing. You don't remember the lights coming on, nothing. Let some music start playing. I bet some of that spirit will start hitting your ass again, even if you never danced again, even if you never danced before, your head will bounce a certain way. No matter what, if you're from a culture. Now some people don't have culture, but if you're from a culture, you'll start going like that. You'll start getting it. Why? Now that'll give you some clues. If you're not getting it, then maybe that's a clue too. Because I run into people all the time. I'm telling you, man. If you could be with me on one of my just daily walks or something like that, when I go downtown like San Jose or something like that, the difference between the brown skin colored persons over there, everybody knows who each other is. You know, some people don't, and then some people do. They know who you are. They just know. They look at you. Okay, I know who you are. Oh, you native. Oh, you okay? You from south of the border or something? Oh, you from up north? You from here? You from there? Oh, you're African. You're this or that. But we have to distinguish. I don't know. You guys, maybe your area is not diverse enough, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. You're just not diverse enough. Yeah, but it's not. I'm not. And I never dismissed the struggle. I just asked a question. If you listen, Derek Bailey, I just asked a question. I said, so you lost everything. Everything was forgotten? Everything? Everything. Every single thing was forgotten. Look, y'all, sir, he upset already. He said, I'm not dropping. I like on this. He said, I hate this title. He cried, yeah, sir. Eagles were still in the sunken place. Yeah, I'm in the sunken place, whatever it is. Why you hating on your for Eagle? I know what you're trying to say. Both were bad, not trying to go through who was harder or longer. Yeah, we're not doing that, Sir Frame. We're not even talking about that. I was just asking a simple question. I said, you can't, so you just didn't remember anything? Yeah, somebody hate. We jumping on your ass today, y'all, sir. Everybody gonna hate. Hopefully, everybody can hate on y'all, sir, today. But we're gonna get into it. Let's get into it, Eagles Whip. If that's what you truly believe, so be it. No, I'm not. No belief. I asked a question. I think I could take that walk with you. No, I'm just saying, you got to understand, brother. But I know what you meant, y'all, sir. But see, Gil's just not getting it. What he's not getting, you don't want to take a walk with me, then that's fine, brother. And that's what happens to people. And what a lot of times your arrogance, when arrogance is a killer. Arrogance is a killer. Women are real arrogant, and that's a killer. That's a killer to your own nation and stuff. When your women are rebellious, that's a killer to you. That's a killer because they have to birth the children. That's a killer. When they rebellious and everything else, that's a killer. And when you don't never want to do for yourself, that's a killer. And people think, oh, I'm racist or national, whatever you want to call me. separation is not a bad thing for me, because if you can't stand up on your own, you can't remember nothing, then you need to be separated. How about you get together and be separated in order to get your identity back, and then go out and mingle with everybody else? Once you get your identity back, once you get all the research, once you get all the scholars together and get all the research done and find out what's really true, not reading all these mainstream books and stuff like that, right? Get the real information, you got to pay money. So it costs you $100,000, $1 million to get the information, which is going to cost a lot of money. Why would it cost so much money? Because your truth that is hidden, once you find it out, then you're going to be totally surprised. Once you find out your real truth. Once you stop doing the fairy tale like the kids, like I said, and listening to all the euphemisms, the pioneers and stuff. So if you believe that there was ever pioneers here, then you got a problem. If you think a pioneer is what it was, then, it's pioneer, discovery. And if you believe all that, discovered America and pioneers, you're in a lot of trouble. You are really in trouble. Yasser Hussein, what's going on, brother? What's going on with the people over there in the UK, man? What's happening? Huh? What is wrong? What's going on, man? Now, we are having these cases where these UK fighters are just not, it seems like they're just not meant to be in the whole world picture. The world picture of boxing, it seems like they're not cut out to be in there for some reason. And so this is the discussion. I don't hate UK fighters, but I'm just asking. We're putting this on the table. Is there something in y'all's water? Is there something in the water over there, y'all, sir? Where the UK fighters' faces are getting broke, and they can't think about it. How many fighters over in the UK or over in Europe are getting their faces broke? From the heavyweights on down, 2 heavyweights. Anthony Joshua got his face broke. He made a comeback. Okay, Daniel Dubois got his face broke. It's like, are you serious? All these broken faces. Now Saunders got his face broke. Amir Khan always getting his chin and face broken. Liam Welsh got his face got broken up. Is something wrong? Do you guys need your own league? Because you guys seem to be suffering from, it's not BCD, it's BFD. Brittle. I'm not going to take it that far. Brittle face disease. To where every time y'all take a shot from a real one or something like that, y'all just folding up, packing up, and going back home. After you get us all excited, like, your verbiage is very good. And we can digest your verbiage very well. Which that's okay. We can digest that. Like your verbiage. I don't know if your hype is as great as our hype to get us going. Because you guys are talking a lot. But then you end up getting broken up a lot. And I know Gil wants us all to eat our crow over Saunders, but the reason we're saying that is because we're in Eagles Way, we're rebellious people in Eagles Way of boxing. We're rebellious because we know the outcome on certain stuff, but we just don't want that to be the outcome. Which you can apply in your own life too, though. Is that you know the outcome, but you don't want it to be that way. Like you're being rebellious or something like that. But UK fighters, man, I'll ask y'all a question. So the question is what? What is the question, Derek Bailey? Huh? What's the question? Do UK boxers or European, let's change it to European, boxers need their own league? Should they be included in, of course, I'm going to say yes, they probably deserve to be in there, but you guys are making it seem as if you probably shouldn't be in there. And I'm saying that's because that's what you're showing us. You're showing us like We're seeing like you guys are getting cracked up. Like you guys are like Humpty Dumpty. If anybody know who Humpty Dumpty is, you guys are like that. You know what I mean? You're like that. You guys are like that. And I don't want to cut, and I'm not trying to cut into you, Gil Coles, but Gil Coles, just to tell you this, brother, I much respect to you, man, but to be honest, brother, you have, a lot of people wouldn't even, they wouldn't even look at you as being what you call black. They wouldn't look at you as being black, brother. I'm telling you, man, some people take it really severe when it comes to saying you're black. They really are, man. But I respect you as whatever you want, whoever you are. I respect that. See, some people won't. Because if you have a mom that's not considered African American, if that's what they want to call, and your father's African American, but your mom ain't, then you ain't African American. And why do you identify with black, but you're not, what do you say? Your mom is from Philippines, right? And I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just asking you. Why don't you consider yourself a Filipino? A Filipino. I'm just saying, you don't have to throw your information out there like that. But I'm just saying, brother, that some people are so severe when it comes to that. I'm just saying, some people are just like that. Yeah, some people are just like that. I mean, I'm just saying. Because when I was this is the thing. So I don't want to even talk. That's why I don't like talking about this whole race thing. Because this is the thing. When we was growing up, if you had a certain skin color, you had to be a certain person. Even if you was Native American, you had to be a certain person. If you go back you better look in the archives, man. The colors and natives and stuff, we intermingled, man. They changed our name. I'm telling you. I just don't want to go over it, man. Because you started off as everybody was just like whoever they were. That's who you were. You were just a nation. And then from a nation, they brought in this black and white stuff in the 1800s. They brought in black and white for separation. That's what it was for. White was for status, upper status. Black was for the lowest status. This is what I'm saying. Black was for the lowest status. White was for upper status. Black was for the lower status. You had mongrels. You had mulattoes and stuff like that. Then you had colored. You had Negro. Then now African American. You had all these different titles. So if they're changing it, then who are you from the beginning? I'm telling you, an eagle has been an eagle from the beginning. They didn't change him. No other creature they changed, but they changed. Why they changing certain nationalities or races, man? It's bigger than that, man. I'm saying it's bigger than that, man. That's why I don't want to keep covering it, man. And to put me out there to say I sound like certain stuff, man, don't do that to me. Because I'm not throwing you underneath the bus. I'm just saying, I asked you a couple of questions. At least I'm asking questions. You know what I mean? At least that's what a grown man do. A grown man is not going to put another jacket on another man. He'll at least ask him questions. Girls put jackets on guys. Guys don't. Yep. Yeah. Billy Ho said you stay in there until your post up. But he stayed in there until the check click. See? And that's what that's another part about the crackers, like what I call it, the BFD. Is it really crack? Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Now I wouldn't have been so upset about it. Now Derek Bailey and the rest of the chat, I wouldn't even have came up with this title. We wouldn't even be talking about this. If so many, like they have a few doctors and that do shows about sports injuries and stuff like that, and they automatically came on right away. And they came in. Some of them was on like the defensive, but they were saying around that region with a lot of things. I'll just keep it kind of simple. Your orbital bones. There's a lot of bones that make up that structure. You see what I mean? There's a lot of bones that make up that structure. You feel me? So a lot of bones make up that structure. Any one of those bones get out of whack, it could do a lot of different things to the eye. But think about this though. You got one optic nerve, but you got like all kinds of other stuff in the eye. You know, I'm not a physician in that part, but I know you got one nerve in there. But that's not the point about what Derek's saying and what other people are saying. is that you said that they was going. That's why you guys don't match up. I'm just saying, and we're not, and I'm just playing with you, y'all. So we ain't really gonna beat up on you, but it's just a discussion, because look at this. I bring up Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier said you got to kill me, and he damn near got killed, and they had to stop it. But he was truthful. That's truthful. Now you get in there and see. That's what I said. If I brought up the conversation first, so you go in there and you want to, oh, well, you got to do this, you got to do that, and then I find out I don't have to do that. Then we got a problem with it. Man, you gonna have to kill me up in there, son. And then you go in there and nobody got to do, just got to hit you in the eye. That's all. I could hit you in the eye in the beginning. There's probably a virtual, okay, listen, there's a fight. And I don't know how y'all can find it. Yeah. There's a fight. I don't care. And as far as the name calling, and I'm not even gonna take your moderation away. I'm gonna let you name call. Some people just get. I'm just saying, some people just get hurt because they don't have they think they got the knowledge and stuff. Academically, I don't care about your academics, man, your scholastics and stuff like that. But your research skills are garbage. If you believe everything that they told you about slavery and all that, I'm just telling you, and this is for you, Gil Coles. Your research skills are garbage. You're researching to find out the real true history is garbage. I'm going to let you know that right now. If you believe all the black and white, it's not black and white like that. If you believe it's black and white, why you think they hide history all the time? Why you think they hide history? So why you think that they say, oh, we're going to seal these files, we'll keep them top secret, and then we're going to declassify them in 50 years. Why you think they do that when they get caught with something? Why you think they do that? Why is stuff being hidden from you? And then they let it out later. Stop it. Stop it, brother. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah. We're trying to stay on this boxing right here. If I told you I don't want to go there, man, you ain't equipped for it. You're really not equipped for it. I'm telling you, not. You're not equipped for it. You think you are. You think your scholarship is higher than what it is, brother. I'm telling you, man. You just don't know. Just try to find, if you can online, try to find the black papers. You in trouble, man. There's too much for you to read. There's too much, man. I'm just telling you, man. Yep. But we're trying to stick on the UK brothers is why are you guys quitting? But Derek Beatty, that's a great point though. You're waiting for the check to clear and y'all just quitting before even y'all got the refs on your side. If somebody fights you over there, the ref is gonna go break it up. They're not gonna let them really scrap with you. So they're gonna let you get your punches off. I don't know. I'm not trying to make a conspiracy out of it, but y'all gonna throw your punches and then somebody gonna go in there and break it up. They're gonna go in there and break it up. Right? But that's what it is. Sir Flame crying. Okay, now, yeah, so no, you don't have to keep that part of it private. I'll read that out too. He said it, Derek Bailey. He said he chatted all that shit before about Du Bois, and look how he went out. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Same way. Are we not talking about American fighters today? Yeah, sir. We got some fighters that have gotten dented. But the thing about Wilder is Wilder didn't quit. See? So now what happened? Your story, you see what I mean? Look what happened to your story. Your story is like, now your story has holes in it already. Y'all, sir, so you take out your dad. That's why he... No, brother, but see, my stories didn't come from just... When I was little, I was a little listener, man. I used to sneak through. I'm gonna tell you about Eagle, man. Eagle used to do everything adults was doing. I was doing that same shit at like 4 or 5 years old. The same stuff they was doing. But guess what? I was doing though. The thing about it, now maybe I'm different and unique or something like that. But if they was drinking, I was drinking. But I wasn't doing it in front of them. I was like sneaking. I like sneak. Like I see like a beer or something, I go grab me a beer. Because they be laughing and talking and just doing grown folk shit all on their own. So I used to just go grab me a beer. I'm not of age. So I used to go grab me a beer. I used to drink with them. So I walk around the side of the house. I'm like, okay, that's what they drinking. And I drank beer and stuff. I'm like, okay, I like this. It's pretty good. I'm listening to them. And see, because you little, see, this is where you should get the most of your stories and stuff come from when you're real little. Because when you're real little, nobody's really paying attention to you. Or they don't care what they share because you little. See? When you get older, that's when they throw your ass out. Get your ass out of here until you become an adult. If you didn't stay around long enough to become an adult, I'm grown, and you get out. See, that's where the stories get lost because you got grown too fast and you got out. So you didn't get the chance to talk to Nana. You didn't get the chance to talk to Grandma and Paw and all them. The great ones, you didn't get a chance to talk to them. But when you're real little, that's when you got to absorb stuff. You 3 years old, 4 years old, you got to grab it. Okay, I hear that. Okay, where this came from? Are we lay on the ground? Oh, we got this, we got that. What we drink? What was our refreshment? Boom, 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 boom. See? But then when you get older, they'll say, oh, well, don't tell nobody. So this is how family structure works, is that you get stories told, even if you get told not to tell something, you know when to keep your mouth quiet and when to open your mouth. Stop it, man. Y'all playing too many goddamn games and I don't like it. When you start playing dumbass games to say, oh, that you were so severely treated that nobody know how to keep a secret, get the hell out of here with that shit, man. Stop it. Grown folks is grown folks. If I told y'all not to say something about something, maybe some of y'all would let it go. But then again, I would have to do that so certain people could let it go. Anyway, remember when Holyfield fought Hasim Rahman? Yeah, there you go. No. Yeah, see, but Derek, I don't want to talk about that. See, people not understanding that, Derek. You bringing up too much, man. Because now you wouldn't be the only one bringing it up if somebody else in here knew, Derek, baby. That's what I'm saying. I got at least one brother in here that understands stuff. But see, you're the one that brings it up, but nobody else bring it up. But they know the information, but they won't bring it up. Why aren't they bringing up the kind of information you're bringing up? I'm just going to read it, but we're not on this subject, man. But Derek Bay said I was going to bring that up. He said in the U.S. Census that natives were copper-colored until then. And then they didn't pay taxes and had land. Then they were later classified as black, lost everything. That's what he don't understand. That the color is what separated you. It was levels. You're on the black level. That means even when they say you're blacklisted, if they say somebody says you're blacklisted from a club, does that mean that you get? Does that mean you come in and you get VIP? Huh? Does that mean you get VIP if you're on the blacklist? Stop it, man. You say I'm really on your case, y'all, sir. I'm not on your case at all, y'all, sir. I just told you that we was messing with you. I said I just told everybody to jump on you a little bit, but how fast did I go over the list of European fighters that got a little bit of Humpty Dumpty in them? I went over that real fast. It's not, but we're gonna get back to them. But what we're saying, if you're listening, what we're saying is that so Billy Joe came out talking. You brought that up yourself. I didn't even have to bring it up. You see what I mean? Billy Joe was the one that brought them. Let me roll back up because I don't want you to lose what you said. So here you go. You said Billy Ho said you stay in there until you. Okay, that's Derek. Until you post up, but he stayed until the check clear. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to get back up here. Yeah, but y'all so I'm not jumping like. See, y'all. So you came in. You was already salted up. He was already Derek Bailey and Gil Coles and the rest of y'all. So y'all sir already came in. He was already salted up when he got here. He said I'm not. He said I'm not dropping a light on this. He said I hate the title. See now. So, and then he said, "Why you hating?" He said, "Why you hating on UK for Eagle?" See, that's two things. You came in negative. You said you're not dropping the light. You said I had hate. I said Eagles Web never have hate. We always got a discussion. Eagle Web don't get mad about stuff. I get frustrated. I'm not gonna ever get mad at none of y'all. Y'all can do whatever you want to. I'm not gonna get mad. So if you try to make me mad, all you're doing is creating laughter and making buffoonery. It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm not gonna get mad about it. I'm gonna let another man make me mad. I'm gonna let another man educate me better. Like I'm listening. So I understand your point. I'm not saying I understand the point, but see, the point is a lot of times we can be lost without a map. And if you don't have the right map, you still gonna be lost. You see, all you did was call me a hater the whole time. All you've been saying is hate, 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 all the way down. That's all you've been saying, y'all, sir, is hate. But Billy Ho went in there talking like he wanted to go do something. And then Derek Bailey brings up a good point. Ain't nobody gonna respond to Derek Bailey. Because I told y'all before, I said the black and the white was added only, listen, this is 2000s, right? So we're saying like not even really 2 centuries ago, the whole black, see, y'all don't even understand you wasn't even black that long. That the black and white was just brought in and it was incorporated in other countries later, even later than that. It wasn't even in England. They did that. So why did everybody, think about it, why did everybody gravitate, I done got back on it again. Why did everybody gravitate to the black and white of everything? Even if they're not a white nation, why is it important to be white? Why is it important for even, why are the lighter Japanese more honored than the darker ones? Why did they do that? There's a reason behind that, man. You got to get that reason. But y'all, sir, is talking about he could take a joke. Yeah, you better be able to take a joke because you came in hating. You came in hating. You came in and yeah. And if you want to try to throw, and I don't care, Gil, you can throw me underneath the bus if you want to. You can say that I'm doing that, but you slandering me. You putting a jacket on me, which is cool. And guess what? Even with you doing that, I'm not gonna take your moderation away from you, huh? Because you getting mad. You think I'm gonna get mad because I'm drinking? Yeah, y'all just grab some beer. If you was never a child, never done nothing, then that's your childhood. I'm sorry about that. Some children were not breastfed. Y'all grew up with bottles. I grew up. I drink breast milk from my mom. And a lot of y'all drink bottles. Formula. What the fuck is a formula? A formula is some bullshit. A formula. Think about what a formula is. Formula is like E equals MC squared and stuff like that. H2SO4. H2O. Hydrogen chloroxide. Sodium chloride. Those are formulas. Chemistry. Why are you feeding my son some chemicals? Y'all grew up with bottles. That's what's wrong with you. You wasn't close. You didn't have the closeness to your mom. You didn't have the closeness to your family because you never had breasts. Don't you know your name as a mammal comes from that same word? Breast. Did you know that? Mammal comes from breast. Mama. Mama means breast. Mammary. That's of the breast. Did you know that? And some of y'all act like breasts. You're supposed to feed from the breast to nurture yourself. And then when you get off the breast, you're supposed to evolve into manhood to where you figure out things on your own. Some of y'all still stuck on breast because you never had it. You had bottles. That's what you had. And you get mad at Eagle. And so you want to slander Eagle, throw jackets on Eagle because of your own manhood, not me. Let me tell you, man, I'm a full man. I don't even need weapons to make me a man. I don't need weapons to make me me. I got weapons, but I don't need weapons to make me me. Oh, yeah, Rodman was talking about that for a long ass time, too, though. But he was supposed to, and Derek Bailey, yeah, Rodman was supposed to get that back, but we're not talking about, okay, that's an example. And see, y'all, sir, so we can go back and forth. I mean, yeah, we have people over here who's been cracked, but think about the difference of what he's saying. Derek Bailey saying Holyfield headbutted Rodman up on the side of his head. It was swollen. He said he didn't wanted the fight to be stopped. But think about how big it was. It was give somebody the thing on that, Derek. Derek, do you have you got the link to that picture? But anyway, y'all should look at what they said about it. There's a lot of things that's being said about just that one, what Holyfield did to him. There's just a lot of things that have been said over the years and debates and everything else. Holyfield should have wouldn't got that action again. I'm gonna go with Rodman. Rodman and a lot of those tough ass fighters that can take punches like that and knock your ass out, they should have had a lot more fights. It's too bad that my brother had the mental disease or whatever, the mental problem, but nobody would have beat him. Nobody, Mike Tyson, none of them, they wouldn't have beat him if it wasn't for his mental breakdown. And that's McCall. Nobody was going to beat him. Sorry. You wasn't going to beat him because whatever you did, he was going to do back. Only way you was going to beat him is punch him soft and just box him and not make him mad. Then you could beat him. So, yeah, so I covered that. I cleared that part of it up. If you was out trying to bang and hurt him, you was going to lose. Simple as that. And down at the bottom, yeah, we're going to see if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it seems like it's going to happen because all these British fighters, but then again, Plant is not British. But, oh my goodness, all this getting beat up or getting cracked in the face a couple times and quitting, I don't know if we can take that. I know y'all sir probably left. Go ahead and give me my thumbs down, you and Gil. I don't care. I'm just saying y'all participating, but these UK fighters, man. Okay, y'all, sir, you tell us. Do y'all deserve? I understand that. That's what we're saying. I said, but why did it? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, y'all certain way at the bottom, is he still talking about that whole color issue? That's what I'm saying. But why was it incorporated over in the New World? Y'all got to look at the real. I told you how to search for it so you don't have to pay so much money. You search for it in an inconspicuous way. If you search directly, like why this motherfucker do that, you're not going to find it. They're going to flag you and you're not going to find it. You might find it once. You're going to have to try to save the website. They're going to change it where it's at. Just to let y'all know, I did find some information. See, here we go. And see, that's why I want to share this kind of information here. Washington, D.C., from land management, from the Bureau of Land Management, when it first came out, it was going to be known, or it was known, the application was applied for under the name of New Rome. New Rome. Now, why would they do that? You're not going to find it now. Go search for it. You may. And I tell you what, if you guys are scholarly enough and you guys can find it, please, somebody for me, if you do find it, please let me know. Let me know if you can find it. If you can find out where it's at, because I would like to copy it. I want to print it before they change the site. You got to do it sneakily. I've been trying to find it again. I couldn't find it. But when they first applied, when they first petitioned for that, for that land use and all that, Washington, D.C. was going to be known as New Rome. It wasn't Washington, D.C. New Rome. Why? Y'all got to use your mind, use your brains on this, man. I don't like to bring a lot of stuff out because we have to do it a certain way. Because the way I want to do it there is I want to be able to do it so where I can get copies of this stuff, write it down, and so when they try to hide the information, we can go back to it. We'll have another source where we can go get it, to where they can't keep hiding it, because they will. I'm just letting you know. You try to Google certain stuff or try to Chrome certain stuff, whatever, Microsoft search and all that. Just try that Bing, try it and see what happens. You ain't gonna get it. They're not gonna, because they know people are searching now. Yeah. That should have been. So if anything, yeah, if Rodman want to fight, if Holyfield's fighting again, run it back with Rodman. Oliver McCall, get in there with the old guys. Y'all get in there and fight, man. Nobody else want to fight. All these guys is quitters now. And they want to try to put themselves with the older fight. All these fighters I got up on the screen, they want to put themselves with them. And all of them is getting cracked. Oh, I got my eye hit. What, you going to get your eye hit in boxing? You UK fighters got to, I don't know, y'all need some injections or something in your face? Huh? Go watch X-Men or something. Y'all need some kind of injections or something, man, to harden your faces or something, man. I didn't know y'all's faces was so soft, man. Y'all take a punch to the face and y'all quit. No, I'm broken. We're never gonna know what part of which orbital bone was cracked or fractured or whatever. I don't know. My cheek is hard as hell. I don't know, man. I don't know. I done been in real bad accidents and landed on my face too. Hands and face, and my face didn't get cracked. Might have had like a little, what they call it, rash. Get the road rash or something like that. Fall your ass off a bike. But I guess nobody was motorcycle riders in here because nobody answered that question. About if you have a motorcycle, if you burn yourself on the tailpipe, how many times would you do it? Would you do it 3 times, 4 times? Yeah. Derek Bay said they also came up with the mulatto. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Octoroon. Yeah, and coons too. Remember coon? So when you do the legal terms, cadrone, he said back then, cadrone, yeah, back then, and 1% rule during that period. 1% still rule. The highest earners. But you got to realize there's, just like there's slang talk and stuff like that, and you talk about 1%ers, when you talk about the 1%ers, you're talking about the most wealthiest people. If you're talking about over here in the United States, 1% anywhere is the wealthiest there. But is there another level is there another level that 1% don't fit into? Is there another level? Because no matter how you make, you're going to be in the 1%. Even if you make $800 billion a year, you're still going to be in the 1%. But think about this. Is there a level higher than that that's not considered a percent? See, that's the education you need. Outside of what you learn, like you got a circle where you can go get information. You got to dig outside that circle. That's what I keep trying to tell people. Nobody wants to pay attention to that. But we're going to see Gil. He might become undisputed. Yeah. But see, a lot of you guys do understand. You guys understand, but even y'all, sir, you might have more. Matter of fact, y'all, sir, you could probably be real helpful to this chat because you probably have more information than we have. Well, and when I'm saying more information, you're allotted more information to where you don't have to pay. And if there's any UK sites over there, because you guys try to ignore it over there too, but I think you guys are allowed the information a lot easier than we are. But brother, if you can, I would like for you to drop a link for us or something like that, or give us the information, in your spare time. If you come up with something, please just give us that information, man. We desperately need that information over here. Yep. You're right, though. We got that too, y'all. So he said if you're lighter skinned, he said you're well or you're better off to get a good job. Yeah. And I'm going to tell y'all something else that y'all don't know. That a lot of, over in Asia, the women are totally disposable over in Asia at a certain age. Did y'all know that? They got a cutoff age. They got a cutoff age for having kids and getting married. Did y'all know that? They drop them like nothing. At a certain age, boom. There's no such thing as the older women over there really getting married. That's over with. Life is over. You lose a husband and you're young, you get older over there, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You don't even look. I guess you just go get a couple of dogs and cats. It's over with. But you're right though. You're talking about the Caucasus Mountains. That's where that name comes from, that Caucasian. See? He said, whereas of your darker skin, the association that they're working in the fields and being poor and illiterate. No, but the word black, the separation was to put you lower. It has nothing to do. It's not, to be honest, if people don't understand it, it's not really even, it's a label of where you're at. But for some people that have a darker skin color, that they won't wear that title as a black. They will not. They can't. Because they're upper status. Just think about it. If you have a kingdom, you're not going to be known as, I guarantee you they're going to name you by nationality then. Just think about it. If Derek Bailey had his own kingdom, they're not going to call him black. They're going to say it's the black kingdom. Say he was worth, let's make it a ridiculous amount. That Derek Bailey, his kingdom was worth $500 trillion. You think they're going to look at Derek Bailey as the black king? Nope. Black ain't going to come out of their mouth. They're going to call him your highness or kiss my feet, Derek Bailey. They're going to call him whatever, but it's going to be at a high standard. It'll never be black. No matter how dark his skin get, he'll never be known as of that black king? No. Because if you look at that kind of money, that's more than probably all the countries combined. If he has that, if he's worth that, that means at a snap of a finger, he could disarm your whole army. He can recruit all your people. If you got in a war with him, all his captives he will be against you. He'll just take his captives. Okay, we're going to give you X amount of dollars. We're going against them. Just give us all the information. Now all your information of where you're at and everything else went to him because of the money. It's just that cold out there. But we're not on that level, though. But I'm just saying, above that. But you're right, though, y'all, sir. But y'all sticking on that, man. Y'all, how come we can't? Why you distracting, y'all, sir? Why you don't want us talking about UK fighters' chinage? Yeah. But Canelo need to fight. Still need to fight Maul. I'm sorry. I just don't feel. I don't feel good about him not fighting Maul. I don't care. Maul got a hard ass head. It's just like you was getting touched up too. Okay, let me ask you guys this question about the fight. Before the stoppage, Derek Bailey, Gil Coles, Yasser Hussein, was Billy getting blown out the water? Put up a 1 if Billy Joe Saunders was just getting blown out the water, just like getting killed, just getting devastated. Before the stoppage, just the rounds, by round, was he just getting killed? Was he in the fight? Was it 8-0? Because remember, we was teasing before the fight. We were saying that oh, that's cold too, though, because I don't even know what the scores was. But we were actually saying before the fight, I asked anybody, I said, going into the 10th round, I said, if Saunders got, damn, I was almost correct on the knockout too, right? I said, going into the 10th round, I said, what would be the score if Billy Joe, if he finally won in the 10th round, he won by knockout? Well, as we see, that he probably got knocked out around that. He probably got knocked out about that time. But think about this. I asked everybody the score. Everybody was like, somebody gave a decent score. Somebody was like 6-3, Canelo. Most people were like 8-1 or 9-0 for Canelo or whatever. And then finally, you know, going up into that round, then Billy Joe won. I don't even remember what the scores were of the real fight. But just think about that. That we put that out there. And then Billy Ho, you go out there and quit though. But we was giving you benefit. But the question is, were you getting your ass just handed? Were you just getting? See, this is what we have a problem with. Because for me, in my estimation, you wasn't just getting the dog shit beat out you. You were not. To where your corner throws in the tile. Come on, I mean, we've seen fights where, and I'll tell you, man, this is always replays in my mind. Is the Tommy Morrison beatdown? I believe it was the Tommy Morrison beatdown, where Larry Hazard was trying to. He's a commissioner, was trying to get in the ring. No, stop this shit, man. This is over with. He's getting killed. See, that's a difference. That means you lived up to what you said. Yeah, he's going to kill me. But we believe you. We believe you if we see that kind of action. Oh shit, he about to get killed. If we're saying it to ourselves, then we believe it. But if some more bullshit, then you're like, oh no, I just ain't gonna go out. No, you're making us wonder. I don't know. You might have been hurt, but you got to show us the paper. We need to see the documents. Yeah. But y'all sir said he said Fury got cut bad with that auto fight. Hence he was so disgusted with Billy, he walked out before Billy left the ring. Fury's on a different level in the mental sense. When somebody knocks some sense into him, he'll go to sleep and then stay asleep. All Neanderthals go to sleep eventually. Yes, I called him a Neanderthal, but anyway, that's still a good point though. But that one should have been stopped. That one should have been stopped. And we know, and we're not gonna keep bringing up who the two fighters that Canelo really did duck, and just ain't gonna fight him. They did ask him this. If y'all listen to the post fight, they did ask him that. Did you hear this? Did anybody hear this question? Are you still able to make 160? And maybe go fight Charlo on them. See, Oh yeah, he was like, oh yeah, yeah, but he don't know what he want to do. But he was on that yes real quick. But anytime they mention Charlo, he don't. It's like why does his tongue leave him when they say Charlo? Come on, you're fighting heavier guys, but why when they say Charlo, you just everything is like all your energy just leaves. All you know, but when they ask you about the weight, you can still make the weight. He should be. Why are you asking somebody who's a midget if they can make 160? Canelo ain't but like 5'6" or something. Y'all act like he's 6'5" or something. Like he can't make. Yeah, yes, he can make the weight. Put the artificial breast down. You probably make 147. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sir, said Billy's dad jumped over the barrier and tried rushing to the ring. The security pounded on him and gave him the beach fury. He didn't move an inch. Yep. They had to put that whooping on him. Huh? He was trying to save his son. We talked about the moms and dads jumping in the rings. Yep. Everybody saw Billy Joe father get beat down. No, what? YT is he said it's more comfortable around lighter skinned people. That's what it is. Yeah. I like that, Derek Bay. You stupid. Derek Bay said YT. YT. Oh. Yep. Yeah, sir. Let me see. Yeah, sir. He said 100. Okay, that Derek. Yeah. Ray Fury is getting drilled so bad by the people in the UK. He was better not turning up that night. Yep. Gil Cole said I had it. See, 4-4. See, even Gil Cole's. Even hateful ass Gil Cole said 4-4. So he wasn't getting the dog shit beat out of him. Then what? Okay, then Derek Bailey says, I don't think Canelo fights Benavidez, Andrade, or Charlo. Why, Derek? Why doesn't he fight him? Why? Yeah. Derek Bailey said no, but they still had Canelo up. Okay, he might have been up, but how much? How much could he have been up right then? I mean, what's the biggest thing you could you have gave him right there? Was he up 6-2? Could y'all gave him 6-2? Or come on, be realistic. Come on, y'all. I'm just saying, man. Some people, and also the fighters, they get preferential treatment. And we were trying to go a little bit heavy on the UK fighters, but it was more jokingly and stuff like that, y'all, sir. So don't take it like serious. You guys, they're gonna stay in boxing. The UK fighters, boxing started over there, okay, as far as like the Marcus Queensberry rules and all that started over there, okay. So they're gonna be in there because they still got the Commonwealth. So now if I was really wanted to go hard on them, I would have said should UK fighters only concentrate, or European fighters only concentrate on Commonwealth because they can't handle that smoke. Now if I would have made a title like that, then you can come in heated. I don't usually do stuff like that. And then y'all sir said 2. So you would have gave Canelo 6 rounds. He said Billy won at least 2 or 3 rounds. Yeah, he getting it bad from the public at there, but yeah. I'm not saying that Canelo was not up, or some people had it, like Gil had it 4-4. Yeah. Y'all sir, you had it 5-3. Gil Cole said I had 4-3. He said Billy Joe before the 8th. So Canelo just started coming back. So it could have still been an ebb and flow. It could have still went back and forth. Derek Bay said Canelo's English is getting better and better. Canelo's knows English, man. Don't y'all fall for that stupid shit. Believe me, he around a lot of English speaking people. He speak English. If you went up to him, called him an MF, I bet he'd call you one back. Okay. Yeah, so that's a long ass sentence I had to read down at the bottom. He said you're talking to Derek Bailey. Okay. Okay, y'all sir, is that Derek again? Yeah, y'all had okay. Then Derek Bailey right back at y'all sir. And then Derek Bailey says 78, 74 I think was on the cards. And then you have you got a KO Canelo. Yeah, most definitely got a KO him. But this is the thing with that is that now it's serious. But it's like on that type of level to where it doesn't have to be as serious. But you guys give me your opinion. Okay, now, see, I hate to do this, but I always have to end up doing this. So now I got to do this again. Can you name 4 fighters from the UK that have quit in them? They have quit in them. That they have quit in them. Name 4 UK fighters. And y'all, sir, you don't get to name American fighters and nobody else. But name 4 UK fighters so we can have a point, so we can have, we got to have a base for our argument. So name 4 UK fighters that have quit in them. Derek Bay said, I know Eagle. Some people don't think he's Mexican. No, there we go. And Mexican that's a kind of another term I don't really like, is that Mexican. When people get, but they love it, and they love Spanish. Spanish. If you Mexican, why you speaking Spanish? Why ain't you speaking Mexican? Got a lot of nations that speak Spanish, but they ain't Spanish. And the Spaniards, they speak Spanish, and they are Spanish. People don't even see their own occupation, and they don't even see. And see, that's why you lose it. And just for the sake of argument with Gil Coles, did I argue? But it's not really an argument, Gil Coles, that a lot of the Mexican people that I talk to that are native and stuff, they regret that they lost their language and stuff and took on a whole nother language in their Spanish. They're actually in the same, if you look at it, I'm not saying whose plight was worse, but they're in the same boat. You're in the same boat when you just lose everything. And I can see, now I can understand, I understand the lose stuff, but I don't understand the lose all. That was my question. How you lose everything, not just one thing, but you lose all. That was the whole question. It wasn't about the plight. It wasn't about anybody's belief or nothing like that. But there's so much more to the story. If you lose something, that means you had to have had it, and you lose it. Did you lose it, or is it misplaced somewhere? Does somebody have it? So that's the question, is if somebody has the answers, you have to go get them. And you can't always get stuff mainstream. You can't always get it mainstream because they're going to hide it. I'm telling you. So he said, Derek Bay said, so is Liam Smith better than Billy Ho? I don't know. But I tried to ask you. Yeah, he treated Billy like Floyd treats Tank. Wow. But let's get the answers up, man. Come on now. We're not going to go on, man. I need y'all. Okay, there we go. Y'all sir got one. He said Khan, Brooke, Dubois, and Saunders being the most recent. Okay, now. So now that you guys have that information up, I can't answer that one. I would gather to say that he is better. What's your opinion on it? I think he is better because did he have that shit in him? Y'all sir said that Khan and Brooke and Dubois and Saunders being the most recent. But think about what you just said, y'all sir. See the argument, even though it's kind of lighthearted, think about this. Everybody to think about this. Those are his 4 fighters that he chose. But think about this. Let me ask you a question, y'all sir, and everybody else. In what time period did all those losses occur? In what time? Has it been more than 5 years? Has it been more than how long has that been? Think about it. So maybe I should have said as of recent. Maybe I should have said as of recent on my title. Maybe that's what I should have said. Recent UK boxers need their own league. See, y'all coming up with the same ones. See? And just like I mentioned earlier. But answer the next question is, what was the time frame of when this happened? What was the time frame? How long has that been since that happened? You know what I mean? How long has that been? Was it a long, long time? Has it been a decade? Are they spread out apart? Are they like years apart that this happened? Are we getting played by that? Is it like follow the leader? Oh shit, man, I got my check. My check cleared. Cause once the bell ring and you take the first punch, your check clears. Okay, that's one fight though, Derek Bailey. He said I wouldn't really add Brooke. He said they set him up with the Triple G fight. Okay, so you think Triple G, but you got to realize that the Errol Spence damage was done on the other side, brother. Errol Spence damaged the other side. And then Bud didn't do shit. Even if you look at that punch that hit Saunders, it looked like a glancing blow. You gotta look at different angles of it. You'll see that it looks like a glancing blow. If you look at Kell Brook, it looked like something that was glancing. It didn't even look like it had enough snap on it. What don't I understand, Gil? Now you jumping on me again. This is not an ego jump, brother. It's not gonna go well for you. That's not what I said. I don't need to do the research. I'm asking. If you notice, I always ask questions. I'm asking even I asked for y'all, sir. I said if y'all, sir, can help us out over here to where we don't have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to get the true information, then to help us out. I'm always asking for the brothers to come together. If you notice that, you don't notice me. That's what it is. You too caught up in your own thing. You never notice what I'm saying. You notice only what's important to you, brother. But I'm just saying we can help each other with this. I didn't say. I mean, if you're researching, what access do you have when you do your research? What access? Is it the same access that everybody else has? Do you have access to one of the higher colleges' resources? Like, say, for instance, Cambridge. Do you have access to their library? Johns Hopkins, do you have access to their library? Because if you're talking about academia, then you have to be, what level of academia are you referring to? Just general knowledge, or where can you get your books? The Library of Congress, or is that where you getting your information from them? I'm naming sources that you need to go to. Library of Congress. Maybe Cambridge. Huh? Something like that. I'm just naming some of them. I brought up some medical information to a nurse one time that came out of Johns Hopkins and stuff. Because she was being arrogant and said she knew everything about a procedure and stuff. And no, I'm not a doctor or nurse, but I know where to go get the information. And that's what I always say. You have to know where to go get the information. I don't have to have the information just right in front of me. I showed y'all what COVID was, but who listened to it? I can pull up my phone and show people what COVID was. I tell them when it started, when it came out. But they still believe the government, and they still believe that it mutated and turned into a monster. All right. Whatever. People do foolish shit and then they get mad. Even the military don't want to take the shot and all that, but people still taking it. Get out of here. Stop telling me that shit. Why they protect you and me, supposedly. Now why do most of them don't want to take it or is not taking it? I get tired. Man, people are so slow it don't make I don't understand the slowness, especially when somebody trying to throw and tell me how to get information and stuff like that. Like I don't own books or something. I showed you guys live on camera twice, even with the Roro. I showed y'all what it was, but y'all chose to do whatever you did. And then, but the majority of people in here said, no, they're not taking the shit. Most people in here. You just let a man inject you with some shit you don't even know what the ingredients are. Good luck with that. So, and I'm asking you, what don't I understand? Everything is not here to be understood. But what you need to understand is about people and your information. See, this is where people get mad, because people get mad. This is where I'm gonna tell you where they get mad. They get mad because of their scholarship. It's like where they got the information from. right? If you go buy a book, Yasser Hussein, if you buy a book, let's say for instance you buy a book on how to build a house, right? Architecture, right? And that book costs you $1.99. How do you feel about that book teaching you how to build a home, right? What kind of homes do you think you're going to be able to build out of there? Are those going to be the most modern homes? Are they going to be the most stable homes? Are they going to, is people going to go by like, oh, look at that brand new home there, right? But if you take a whole course, not just a course, but if you study to become an architecture, you had to look through all kinds of books. Or matter of fact, let's just take it back. Let's just stay with books, because that's overkilling the point. Now you buy another book on architecture, on how to build houses. That first one was $1.99. Let's say the second one you bought was $599. Out of which book do you think you're gonna see and find the most detail in the best looking houses, and one you would probably be more comfortable about building? Which one? The $1.99 or the $599? Yeah. So Derek, you said no. I thought he made more than that, but if that's all he made, man, Derek Beatty said he only made 2.5. Damn. Shit. He should have quit earlier then. If that's what was going to happen anyway. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So the last year or two, see, so close. So even though I come out here like it was going to be like a hard thing, like I was going to just jump all over him. No, but it's just something to look at. This is grown folks chat, man. So it's just something to look at it. And Derek Bay said, what about Aguilera? Said he won the Academy Award. There you go. So what's your point on that, Derek Bay, about the Academy Award? Did they know how to act? Yeah, actors involved. Derek Bay said, yeah. But the second that I was asking y'all about the houses. So what would you buy? Which book would you buy? So I'm trying to make it to where it becomes a common to your sense. Something that is a common to your sense. Not common sense, that is common to your sense. So your sense of what? Sense of gaining an academic edge. Sense of getting a research edge. Is that in order to get something of a resource edge, then you have to step up the game in order to get a resource edge, right? Let me ask you something. When you did your social in studying, so when you did social studies, right, and you were in elementary school, was it as in-depth as it was in high school, if you still did it? Learning history in high school, is it different than learning history in elementary school? Learning history in college, is it different than high school? Learning history in post-grad, is it going to be different than college, than undergrad? Is it going to be different? Out in the world, is it going to be different? So if school gets you to the point to where you can go out into society, when you go out into society, there has to be even a higher level of learning, doesn't it? Does it stop? Yeah, I didn't even listen to the whole discussion with De La Hoya because Derek Bay said that's what De La Hoya said. He said, I thought he was getting 7. We don't know Derek, but okay. Let me ask you something about De La Hoya. Now, you guys didn't answer the thing about the book, but De La Hoya is actually he's kind of hateful right now. He's kind of I don't know if I can trust him. You know what I mean? Like, far as like De La Hoya, he's on some kind of De La Hoya's all over the place. I'm a boxer. He's gonna come back and fight. He's exposing Canelo. One minute he's exposing Canelo. Next minute he's in bed with Canelo. I just don't get it, man. For me, if you keep changing up, I don't get it. With me, Derek, if you notice that with you guys, I'm giving. This is information, brother. It's not something to fight with me about. It's a debate, but you have to have information on your side. Give me some names. Give me some names and authors and stuff. Who are you going to tell me about? Did John Brown really fight for the slaves? Are you going to tell me about, huh? Watch Birth of a Nation or something. Huh? Watch Birth of a Nation. Watch that movie. You want to start getting history of what they tried to, how they tried to colorize certain stuff. Look at some of the old school stuff. You think you're in a place where they love you. If your people wasn't lovable, you probably ain't going to be lovable. They used to have a game in the carnival where they used to put a baby, a brown-skinned baby, and used to stick their head out of a hole, and the object of the game for the people was to hit the baby with a ball or a tomato or something. That was the idea. Guess what? There's no hate in me. Why I need to hate? I hate evil. Yes, that's the only thing I hate is evil. I hate evil. But those people are still here. Just to let you know. Did you know that? But nobody wants to bring up anything. You don't have an author. You talk about the Harriet Tubmans and stuff like that. But what? What did that do for you? Still hasn't done anything for nobody. Just to have information and have a color is this. Nobody even answered the question, Derek Bailey, when I said you was a king. See, they didn't want you to be a king. Nobody wanted you to have a kingdom. But I asked, would you be known as the black king? If you had the most money on this earth, would you be known as the black king with all the money of the earth out in public? In public, would you be that? You get labeled because you don't have the status you need to have. That's why you get labeled. Think about it. It's just what it is. That's just the truth. That's just what it is. But Derek Bailey, I put you I made you a king. You're a king anyway, but you should be a king. But I made you a king, an emperor, with the highest amount of money. Nobody can F with you. In any public view, what would happen if somebody said something? Would any country want to be on your bad side? See, if you put yourself in that position, you probably won't be in that position. Maybe you will. What's the possibility? You got a higher possibility of getting struck by lightning and get your leg bit off by an alligator than that happening. But I'm just saying, I'm putting you up on that pedestal. Just think about it. In public, how many people would go against you? Matter of fact, you wouldn't even have to order for people to get their heads chopped off, and there will be people getting their heads chopped off. You know what I'm saying? In another country, if somebody said bad, they might get a caning for saying something bad about Derek Bailey. Why? That's that power structure. It had nothing to do with the color. See, people look at the color. No, it's the color. I'm not saying it's not like the color. The color is not the biggest issue. The power is the issue. It's not the color. If you separated and became even powerful, more powerful than the people you're with, then guess what? They had to bow down. There we go with the gator bait. See, y'all sure don't know stuff like that, Derek. That's why I try to Derek Bailey brings out too much information sometimes. I try to calm his ass down, but he get excited. I would love to have a one-on-one with the brother one day. But Derek Bailey be letting all that stuff out. He asks all the right questions and he follows stuff, and he's getting information from somewhere else. He's not just relying on general information in regular books. He's going somewhere else. He's digging deep. Maybe he visited a used bookstore or something. Because guess what? Those books from the 1700s, they didn't lie like they do now. They lie now. These modern books lie. But you get you a book from the 1600s, 1500s, get one. You can't. I know it's impossible because you're looking at $15,000. But to get your hands on one, talk to some old folks that might have some old books. You got any old books? She's 90 years old. She's like, I'm getting rid of all my books. I'll help you. Let me see what I can find in here. Oh, shit. Look. Yeah, look at y'all, sir. See, y'all, sir, cussing. See, y'all, sir, you don't know that. You talking to Derek, but he said, yeah, you don't know. And that you right, Derek Brady said, no. He said, no, they would want my resources. But I'm saying, Derek, but what would they do to other people? But I'm saying, what would they do to other people, Derek Brady? What would somebody, like, say for instance, another country that was close to you, and they had somebody that was downplaying you and shit in their country. Would they let them just get away with? Would they let that information get? Okay, put it this way: would they let that information get to you? How fast would they kill that shit on YouTube or anywhere else? They'd kill that shit so quick it'd make your head spin. Just like you said, like he said, his head spinning, but it would make your head spin. So I'm saying the black part matters, but that doesn't matter as much as the power part. Even in Spider-Man, they tell you with great power comes great responsibility. That's not a quote from them. You can change words around and understand that power is what it's all about. That's what it's all been. It's never been about your trials. It's never been about that. It's never been about your trials. It's always been about power. They're never going to care about your trials. They're never going to care about that. All they care about is power. You got enough resources to become powerful. Just think about if you put your minds together, what can you accomplish? By putting your minds together. Do your own thing behind your doors. Don't let them know what you're doing. Because that way all your stuff won't get stolen. Like I said, a lot of inventions came from different ethnic groups, but it's taken over by other groups. Now, and dudes come up with 100 more inventions that you just keep and patent and charge for the power. That's the only way you get out of it is by power. It ain't got shit to do with your money at first. It's the power. The power is going to gain you the money. You're going to demand the money because of the power. This thing, if I invented like a voice activated, now this is voice activated internet in pop-up screen that actually levitates. It comes to wherever I said. I say screen. And the screen comes into my room, Derek Beatty. I'm just saying screen. Enter. The screen comes in. I say YouTube now. That's all I do. I don't have no internet connection or nothing like that. I found a way where where the signals and everything are just, they generate, they're free. And no matter what I say, it's going to come up on that screen. That screen's just floating. 30 degrees turn left. It turns left. So it's just facing me, a big screen. I'm saying like a nice screen, like a 40-inch screen. It's just floating. It's levitating because that's what I invented. What do you think the demand would be for something like that? Pull up writing app. It pulls up a writing app, and you just start saying what you want it to write. It writes down anything. It connect to this printer. It connects to the printer. Sends all your information. Compared to what we have now, if your group of people, not you, but if a group of people came up with that, some engineers came up with something like that, how much in demand would something like that be on the market today, considering that we use YouTube and everything else? Phones, and you have the phone do the same thing. Think about it. How much would they want to get that? They don't have the technology with it. It's not in their realm. It doesn't fall underneath their patents. Maybe we put it underneath a world patent, but they don't have the technology. They know not how it works. They know not how it works. Now, are you living better from having that? Now, if you let a few of those things out, you can charge premium, right? But you keep it with your people. But you let a few of them out, you can charge premium. Say, for instance, you let 100 units out worldwide. 100 units, that's all you let go. 100. They can't do nothing because it's patented. And you're going to make sure you're going to keep upgrading it. How much could you charge for those? How much could you charge? Thousands and thousands, maybe even $1 million. Matter of fact, you can charge whatever you want to for those 100 units. people don't get the real problem, because if you're stuck underneath everything, like the thumb, the controversy of everything, if you're stuck, you know how many times I've been knocked down in my whole life, financially and everything else, that I love it, because I know I'm going to have to fight back until I die. Some people just get tired of fighting, but I fight back. But with that, me getting knocked down comes wisdom. But you fight and you just keep coming back. You fight and you come back. I lost like about 4 incomes, probably more than that. I lost a bunch of incomes. Boom, 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 boom. I'm fighting, I just come back. I'm fighting, I just come back. I just keep coming back. But the point I was making, think about, if you was a separate people, you can charge what you want to. You said, nah. Each one of these systems is 10 million apiece. 10 million of our dollars, not your dollars. Oh, and your dollars? No, in your dollars, we got to make it ridiculous. In your dollars, it's 250 million in your dollars. For just that little, yes, you have nothing like it. It's 250 million in your dollars. Now think about it, if you had a community or you had a group of people. Just say, for instance, that I'm not even $250 million. Think about this. This is so heavy and so raw, but just think about it, Derek Bates. Think that the people that decided to join your society, or say, you know what, traditionally I don't want to be involved with this other society anymore, I'm going to join this society over there. Think about it. You only got 5 million people. You sold one unit for $250 million of somebody else's money. Do you have to worry about poverty or homelessness where you live at, and you only have 20 million people? Just from selling one unit, how many millions of dollars to the inventors or whatever else? How many can they just share with the public? We're putting you on assistance, all of it, everybody, and all those people aren't going to have to be put on assistance. Let's say, for instance, 10. Let's say half of them. Let's make it high. Half of them have to be put on assistance. So only half of them going to get some of that money. The rest of them, you know, we invented it anyway, so we're going to get even more money than that, right? So 10 million of them. So 10 million of them share $25 million. It's not going to show in their homes and stuff, because everybody got like equal homes anyway, because they all got, it's our own society. All the roads are nice and smooth, and we incorporated other engineering for past people of color who has said to incorporate other things. So in other words, so our streets are made out of asphalt, but we had incorporated stuff like wool and other fibers and stuff to make it even smoother and make it more durable. Right? Our whole society, we don't drive cars like, we don't have a driveway like that. So none of our cars ever touch like a driveway. Driveways are unheard of in the house. We don't have driveways. We have sidewalks. We have places where you can walk. Nice, soft places where you can walk. Cars go somewhere else. We have vehicles to take us to the cars if we need to go. But the cars, we park those somewhere else. Are they safe? Yes. Why are they safe? Everybody has money. The poorest person in our town has at least $25 million. At least. That's the poorest person of American dollars. In our dollars, they have a little bit less. Right? Think about that. So people always act like, no, don't separate. Sometimes you have to separate in order to get where you're at. Shit, if you got a crazy ass dog and he in there with a bunch of other dogs in a kennel or something, and they're all in one group, though, you have to take them out. That happens with everything. You have to take them out. Like, we got to get him out of there and get him broke or something like that. Think about it. It works for a lot of different things. If they had a crazy ass prisoner that was just killing prisoner, would they put his ass on lockdown or take him out? I'm not saying so. Just take the opposite of that. You're around crazy ass people, and you can't be taken out, and they take yourself out. I'm quite sure if you put your head together, we put our heads together, we can brainstorm and come up with a lot of different ideas and a lot of different things that are not just on paper, but they actually manifest themselves. Because all these organizations do not. All they care about is their organization. They don't care about us. As a group, they don't care. All they're going to do is cry and boo-hoo about what happened to the Native Americans and what happened to the black people, what happened to other people. That's all they're going to do is just boo-hoo. Nobody's going to separate and say that we're going to make a better way for ourselves. They're just never going to do it. They're going to just complain about it, but they never going to just I got to separate, man. I'm sorry. I just got to separate. My mind is my mindset is separate. My mindset is separate. I'm trying to say, well, how can we do better and get up out of this situation? There's no organizations that have gotten the so-called black man out of a situation. They take him out of a situation, give him a religion to make him feel better, but they've never taken him out of it because they still get killed. No matter what organization you join, your people still get killed. If you're a Christian, you'll get killed. If you're a Muslim, you'll get killed. If you're a Buddhist, no matter what kind of religious organization you join, you'll still get killed. But what about just separating yourself, period? With people that want to do just all the minds. Just get some good minds together. How about separating like that? Say, no, you can't join this community. You have to be X and X. You have to be a certain person to join this organization. No violence, no nothing. There's no need for no sheriff and stuff like that. Everybody rich. Everybody got money. There's no fighting. Somebody want to go do something else? You're going to have the woman you want, the kid you want, the education you want. Because you're doing the education. You're doing the education. And when you're educating, what you're doing, you're teaching these children how to become something better. You know, forget all that history shit. Teach them that later. They don't need to learn that right. Why did they learn that first? Why you learn that first? First thing you learn is 2x is equal to what? What you're doing, you teach the children what the x is. I taught my little boy when he was like 4 years old. I started teaching him equations like that. Because I knew in school they was going to learn bullshit. So I started teaching him the high level shit right away. Right away. X plus 1. He had that big ass brain. He started learning. Teaching him stuff like that. Teaching him stuff you learned in high school already. Start him off with that. Why? Because the brain is more developed when you're first born. Your brain is just like trying to grab and get everything. That's why. But and I'm not gonna read what you wrote, Derek, but I'm gonna get into your business a little bit. But Derek Bailey is right though, y'all, sir. It's always forgiveness. Everybody wants to forgive. No, you got a lot of natives and a lot of blacks that don't want to forgive. We don't F that forgiveness shit because you're lying. We forgive you, you're gonna do it again. Yep. Derek Bailey said you couldn't keep it on the shelf. You goddamn right, Derek. You can't keep. If you had something like this, think about it. It's a fantasy, but think about it, Derek. If me and you invented something like that, we couldn't keep the shit on the shelf. The demand would be high forever. How long would it take before everybody even got one of those units? And how much would we make? Now, we sold too many, we had to come down on the price. If we gave up the patent or something, we had to go down on the price. We wouldn't be relevant anymore, but we kept everything as us, and we only released a certain amount of units. High demand, high money all the time. Let's say, for instance, if we got rid of more than, so I said 100 units, right? Let's say, for instance, we did like 10,000 units a year. Out of all the people, they still want them. They be crying like, oh, you gotta have. They be killing over them. To be honest, they would actually be killing over them. But we just let 10,000 go every year. We could still demand that much money. Maybe not the millions, but we could still demand like 10,000. We could still demand. Okay, so the highest computer right now is probably like, probably $10,000, for a personal computer. 10, maybe. I mean, if you work, maybe even more than that. So think about it. So we could still, each one still is still 50,000. 50 to 100,000, how much you gonna make? That's it. And we start off getting the money first by selling the first 100, and then after that, then we start selling 10,000 at a time. But everybody in the town is rich by then. The city's rich, not even the city. It's a huge city, right? How many people I said? 20 million? 20 million separate, and 20 million, and what's roughly 20 million of the colored folks that stayed in the regular society. What would your society look like? So people got to understand it's all about the power and the supply and demand. Who's in charge of the supply and demand, and who makes you want that supply? Who demands that you want that supply? The commercials and everything else. The brainwashing makes you want it. But I'm saying that was just one example of one idea of one thing, one product. Do you think we're not going to have even better products to take care of our lawns and everything else? Or will we even have lawns like everybody else? Or we just let nature be what it is? And we just own nature. Like, nature, you just take care of yourself. We ain't got to worry about cutting grass and all that. Because we let nature take care of itself, we take care of ourselves. The only thing we'll worry about in nature is we go out there and we, of course we plow and we grow foods and stuff like that. It's just an idea to put out there. Some people will get it and some people will get mad. That's right, Derek. That young brain is a sponge, baby. That young brain is a sponge. But I hope I made sense to some of y'all. I know some of y'all still hate Eagle a little bit, or y'all don't get Eagle. You just ain't gonna get it. You're not gonna get it because you miss all the finer points. The finer points is that that academia for you didn't work. Because it worked for you like it worked for everybody else. Persons I don't like the most is the most educated people. I can't stand them. Because they're high on their scholarship. And I already told you, Derek Bailey, I done broke down PhDs before, doctors. I done broke them down to the ankles. To where I started talking to them and they just start getting stuff like, oh, wow. Because the education is something it's subjective. You know what I mean? And it depends on where a person gets the information from. And you brought up Census Bureau earlier. Now think about Census Bureau. Do you really need, what is Census Bureau for? Census Bureau is for what? Just to confirm that you are the black person. You are white or whatever. That's just confirmation. Do they need the Census Bureau? No. They know who's in the household, because guess what? You're certified when you get your ass here. They certify you. You forget about that shit. You certified at birth. You get it. The only ones they want, the ones that they need to really document is the ones that don't have that birth certificate. And if you're not here, you get a death certificate. So is you're certified to be here or certified not to be here? Why? Or you have to be certified. You're the only creature that has to be certified to have a birthright. You have to be certified. And to be dead, you have to be certified. You can't even get stuff from that was left to you, and just the person that you say is not around is certified as being not around. God dang, man, where do you live? Where do you really live? I'm just saying, where do you really live? Word of mouth. Where do you live? What are you living in? Is this the real world, or is this an experimental world? See, you mess with Eagle too long, Eagle will mess your head up and have you using too much of your brain. See, I tried to wake the brain up, because once you lose that fog in your brain, guess what? It turns into that 3-year-old brain again. So where you can start grabbing and you start absorbing other stuff again. It's clouded, but I uncovered that, and then it opened up, and oh shit, Eagle made a point here. Let me figure it out. Just because you open up a certain book that somebody give you, that don't mean what. Hey, look at that little C on there. When was that book? Who wrote that book? Huh? You got to look at the forward and everything, right? You got to look at the credits. Who was credited with that information? It's called source cited. Your sources is cited. You got to look at where your sources are cited from. It is cited from the 1945 book. No, you don't want that. It is cited from 1200 AD. Yes, that's what you want. If something is cited from 1200, you're probably getting some legitimate information. But enough on that. UK fighters. What the hell's going on with y'all? Y'all need to do some facial and chin strengthening exercises, baby. Because y'all crack. And y'all crack severely. And then you fold. We can't have that in real boxing. Eagles way of boxing, man. Y'all know what it is, man. My shout out to all the real people that I see. Even my little brother. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Grown men. We learn, man. We don't get broken and we don't get hurt by what another grown man say. We just learn. And we stop acting like we know it. Because like I tell you, I'm the first one. I don't know shit. That's the whole thing about it. I don't know nothing. And why? If I don't know nothing, I'm sharing so much with you. It's too much to know. That's why I don't know a damn thing. But I know that you have to get information from other sources, man. You know what I mean? Y'all know what it is, man. Monday already, man. We stayed in here a long time, man. Nothing but blessings. I'm going to catch y'all.